friends, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. So today I'm going to try something I've not ever done before. Obviously I'm going to use my Combi. I moved it over here and I did pull it away from the wall, and I will be able to hopefully show you better instead of having me here in the corner blocking it. So someone had suggested that they wanted to see me do a lasagna. However, I'm going to try my best. I have never made lasagna with the no-cook noodles. I was looking around, and Ninja has like a Ninja kitchen type thing, and with the steam coming up from it, because I didn't like the idea of actually putting foil on stuff, because you know I'm not a big fan of foil. So I wanted to try to do this, and with the steam, and they said this is only going to take like 15 minutes to cook. Now I don't know how well these will cook with the steam, because obviously, you know, it'll be in the container and so on. The steam will be coming up, and I'll have to just keep kind of like checking it to make sure. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and just do some garlic bread up on the top, so it'll be kind of like a full meal still. We don't usually have a vegetable when we actually do lasagna, so this will be like the full meal. And I do not, well, either of us do not like ricotta cheese or the feta cheese, so we are going to be going ahead and using just cottage cheese in this mixture. So anybody that knows, that's been watching me for any length of time, knows when I buy my hamburger, I sit there and I put it in the Instant Pots, and I cook it up, and then I just put it in the bags, and then this way I don't have to stand over the stove and actually cook my stuff. Now I am going to go ahead, I'll bring it down here, I am going to go ahead and do the frozen green peppers and the frozen onions. So the meat will be getting re-warm while I'm cooking that. You know what? I'm just going to use the last little bit of it. I think one just fell out. I don't see it now. So then I'm going to go ahead and use some frozen onions. And yes, it is probably a little bit too much green peppers in here, but we both like green peppers, so it's going to be okay. Give that a little bit of a stir. Then what I usually just do is I try to break up this as much as I can while it's actually physically in the bag. This is still a little bit frozen. I've been trying to wait as long as I could for dinner, but I'm starting to get really hungry. And hopefully this turns out, because it's definitely Christmas Day, so there will not be any restaurants open. And other than that, we'd be eating a peanut butter sandwich, I guess. And there's more things to eat, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm hopeful this works out. Everything I have done to date in the Combi has come out, so I'm thinking this one will too. And then what I'm going to be doing is I have this spaghetti seasoning, and I want to say it's actually from like McCormick or something. I got it from Sam's Club. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll be putting some of that seasoning in here. And then I go ahead and put in my mixture of the garlic powder and onion powder. Because like I said, all I'm really pretty much doing is I'm just making the hamburger warm while actually cooking the vegetables here. So there's some pepper and some salt. Oh, and those that have been watching my channel, when I come from the other angle, because I brought my Ninja XL back out, you're going to have to let me know if you think the kitchen looks too crowded from this angle. I'm hoping it doesn't, because I obviously need a bigger kitchen or whatever, but that's not something I'm doing today. So anyways, I am going to go ahead and get this meat warmed up, and I will be right back. Alright, so the hamburger's pretty much all done here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in my can of sauce. And usually they say on the Ninja thing that you're supposed to use a little bit more sauce, but I just add just a little bit of water. Because in that way what you're doing is you're getting all the rest of the sauce physically out of the jar too. And of course, the extra liquid will help actually make those oven ready noodles cook a little bit better. Faster, I guess, I would assume. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little bit of some cottage cheese here. I'm not going to put the whole thing in here, or the other half that I have. And then I'm going to throw in a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And I actually have the fresh Parmesan cheese over here too. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all mixed up, and then I'm going to be going ahead and making the garlic bread and getting everything all put in here, and I'll bring you over to the island from the other view. Alright, so I have my combi pan down here, and I have my water in the bottom of the pan. And I'm just going to go ahead and cook in the stainless steel. So I'm going to go ahead and spray the pan. Stuff always still gets to me. Anyway, so most people, you just go ahead and you throw a little bit of the sauce on the bottom. And because I have quite a bit of sauce, I'll put a little bit more than I normally would. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and open up this package. I don't know how many across I'm going to be able to get out of this. Now, I was watching a few videos yesterday, and they were saying you don't even need to buy the no-bake ones. I think what I'm going to just do is break this last one in half to kind of go like this. Alright. Go ahead and put some more sauce. I'm hoping this is going to be more than enough sauce to cook these noodles, because like I said, I don't think I've ever used the no-bake noodles. Alright. Put a little bit of mozzarella cheese in there. We don't have lasagna a lot. It's not one of Mark's favorite meals. I like it once in a while. I think when my daughter lived at home, we ate more pasta because she really liked pasta. So it seems like we ate a lot more pasta than we do now. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the opposite side on this one. And then go ahead and break this. And do the same thing. Go ahead. Throw this in the sink. And then just relayer this. And if you have made lasagna in the combi, please make sure you let me know. And of course, this is going to be way too much for all of us. And I know my neighbor, she's probably busy doing things with her daughter today. But what's going to happen is anything that's left over of this, then we're just going to go ahead and I'll put in those little pans to use for the Hot Logic Mini, so I can have something other than salad for lunch. Alright. And then just do one more layer here. Start from this side over here. And break this side. Alright. So then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and pour all the rest of this over the top. And actually just, smooth that over. Now I'll be actually shocked if this actually does cook in the 15 minutes personally, but I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my cheese on the top, and I'll fill up the rest with some Parmesan. Alright. Thought the camera wasn't working there for a minute. A little bit of Parmesan up on the top. Alright. Now that's all ready to go. Move this over. Push that back. I like all the sneeze coming on. Alright. Get that sauce off the counter. Now, obviously, you know I can't cut straight. So one's really big. I'm worried about this one being really close to the top. But I have some butter here with some parsley and some garlic. And that's what I'll use for the garlic bread. Now this obviously is just the garlic, or the bread that you buy at Walmart. That is that the big loaf. I'll spread this in better. I just want to make sure I have enough for both breads. I think I do. I've been liking it, making it this way instead of just putting just the garlic on over the butter. It does help with the taste a little bit. And sometimes I have put on mozzarella cheese, just a small dusting of it. Alright, and let me put this over here now. I'm going to try to bring you a little bit closer to the combi now. Hopefully you can see this all better now, and I'm not in your way. So I'm going to go ahead, and when I'm not using this, I'm actually pushing this combi back because it's hanging over my stove and stuff, and I don't want that to happen. Mark took down my knives, and I got to figure out where I'm going to put my knives. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Like so, and then go ahead and put in the bread like so. Alright, now because I want the steam, so what I'm going to be doing is it's going to be over on the combi side, so everything is going to be on the left hand side. I'm going to go ahead and bring this down to 350. I might have to take out the bread sooner than the lasagna, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and do on, it's called the combi meals. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hit start, and what happens is it takes like about 3 minutes to start steaming up. I'll try to come back and show you what that looks like. And then we have that fan here. So the fan will still blow the steam away from my cabinets. So I will bring you back once that starts steaming and show you what that's looking like. Alright, I'm not for sure if you can see that, but I mean you can see how steamy that already is. I have the fan on high, so you don't see any steam coming out of here to actually get on my cabinets or this. I did put up to 20 minutes. I don't think I'm going to need probably 20 minutes because they said 15. But I will be checking on the bread probably at 10 minutes and see how that actually is. Does this seem to work better for you guys, this angle, instead of me standing in front of it, so you can actually see? Hopefully I can figure out more meals to actually cook in here instead of just the stuff that, you know, like the meat on the top and the rice at the bottom. More meals like this, and then like yesterday, if you already haven't looked or seen it, I had a suggestion to where they want me to cook a whole meal. So I did a whole meal including a dessert in here yesterday. So that was kind of really cool. Everything did work out really good. So yes, you can cook a whole meal, and like I was saying yesterday, you know, a lot of people have the RV life, and I think this would be really nice knowing that you can cook a whole meal. Now you can't cook it for like the 6 to 8 people, but you can easily cook a meal for 2 to 4 people easily. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of food left over for us because, you know, we're only going to have the one slice of, you know, the one square of lasagna, and the rest is going to go in the freezer for lunches for me because I like lasagna more than Mark does. And then he can have his stuff in the Hot Logic. But you guys got to remember also, I'll tag that video in this one. I do have that Hot Logic mini giveaway in just a few days, honestly. It's in the first week of January. And you're going to definitely want to get into that to actually win a Hot Logic too. There's like a little video showing that, how to do that. Okay, I don't know for sure if you can see the steam blowing right there. It's kind of maybe hard to see from here. But you can see it blowing, so it's not getting into my microwave or my cabinets, which is really good. And we did plug in the fan because it's actually a rechargeable one, so we don't have to worry about that actually dying like it did yesterday. So the thing is, that's going to be in there. Also, this seems to work really well grabbing the pans out of there. I don't know why I have a hard time with a oven mitt, maybe because the oven is smaller. But this will also be down below. The fan will be down below, so you can actually see all that and where to pick that up on Amazon. So I will be back once the stuff is done. I thought the bread was already done. I'm like, oh, that's really fast. All right, I'll be back when dinner is done. Okay, this is 20 minutes later, and I pulled this out, and I just took a bite of the corner to see if I felt like this needed more time. I did overcook that, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and break this and, you know, cut this in a couple slices here. I asked Mark if he thought the lasagna was done enough, and he said yes. So hopefully I won't make a big mess here. You know me with plating things, I'm not the best. No, that's not perfect, but let me wipe off that mess before I stick my fingers accidentally in it. So, yes, friends, this is 20 minutes on those no-bake noodles. I am absolutely beyond impressed. I didn't think that this would cook in 20 minutes when most of the time when you're cooking in the oven, it's like 50 minutes for a lasagna. So, we'll see here. This is really, really hot. You know, I don't really care for super hot foods, but I'll take a little small bite. Should have probably bring this up here. So here's my really small bite so I don't hopefully burn my mouth. The noodles are cooked. This tastes just like a regular lasagna would. So I'm impressed. I mean, it doesn't take much to impress me, but I'm very, very, very impressed. So that is another win. Like I said, everything I've cooked so far in the combi has worked out perfectly fine. This is another thing that's going to work out fine. You know, like I said, I've never used the no-bake noodles before, so I really wasn't sure. But I think this is going to be fine, and this is going to taste absolutely wonderful being warmed up for my lunches. So this is a win-win-win all the way around. So you guys are always welcome to put any suggestions that you want. You know I have lots of different gadgets, and I'm going to try to do some different ones that I've not done meals on yet. And but if you guys think of a meal that you want me to cook that is not pork or seafood, or that if it is pork or seafood it can be made into chicken or beef or whatever, let me know in the comments down below. I'll see if I can't try to make up whatever it is that you come up with. And thank you very much for stopping by. You all have a very blessed and wonderful day.